Hi, hey, hello, and welcome. I am Kirsten, and this is Tristan, and we are Haseya Incorporated. We are so happy to have you here for our Monday Conscious Conversation.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome. What a beautiful day to gather. What a beautiful day to explore and to give and to live. I'm just so grateful to have been able to wake up with that big gasp of breath this morning and your eyes taking in the world and it's fall and so many things are just changing and lightening up a little bit and it's just wonderful.
The changings of the seasons.
Yep.
Oh man, you know what I'm really excited for this fall?
Hmm.
Being intentionally slower. We were blessed with getting to spend some time together this weekend, which is always great. Um, and I've just noticed myself saying, our out picturing of our lives saying, like, when does it ever slow down? Um, I don't know what that means for me in this moment, if it's saying no to more things
Hmm.
or just dialing back within all the things in which we do, but just really taking it all in and allowing winter to be what it's designed for us to be, which is to rest, right? And to reflect and to recharge.
Yes, fall is one of my favorite seasons. I know there's only four, but spring and fall are just so wonderful. And you do have the extreme aspects of the summer and the winter that, you'll spend time in rest and you'll spend time. Summers tend to be a lot of work for us on the farm. But there's still that very intentional slow down when in the heat of the day. And then in the wintertime, you take a little longer to rise because, it takes a little longer for the ground and everything to kind of warm up and it to be nice to be outside, and it's just an invitation for us to rest and to there's less to take care of. And it's a beautiful season, but fall is typically a really busy season for us. That beautiful weather again allows us to get projects done. We have all of the birthdays and all of the everything in our family, right, is like in the fall and early winter. And we love to camp in the fall. So for me, there's not this feeling that I need to scale back. It is the moving with such intention and presence in each moment that I'm in flow with all of the energy and everything that I need rather than not being present and being like looking out and being everywhere else in all the places. That's when it gets, you get worn out, you get exhausted because you're stressing a bit, you have some anxiety. So for me, when it comes to like this busy season, um, we're doing so many of the things that we love. We get to do so many things that we love, and that's a huge blessing for us. And it's just living with that like very intentional presence.
That's beautiful. It's always so amazing to me what comes out of our mouths. You guys, this isn't scripted ever.
Oh.
Today was to come and to talk to you about, what this work has really done for our lives and what a tangible example of what that means. Being able to be in a reflective state and take snapshots and set intentions for your seasons. It's not just intentions for your day, or for the month, or really writing all the things down on the calendar, but who is it that I am committed to being? What am I embodying within my family? And what am I leading within my home? It's really powerful.
Yes. What a question. Okay, so answering the question, like, what has the work done for us? I could sit and I could talk about all the things and all the things and all the things. It could be a really long call. It comes down to like one sentence though for me. And I had an immediate answer. And it comes down to the ability to love, to give, to receive, to make decisions, to act, all from a place of wholeness, um, completeness already. And that is like that core thing. That is it. That's what I've come to a place of being able to do and embody. And that's changed my whole life. It's changed my marriage. It's changed what I do for a living and how I respond to it. It's changed how I respond and am and within finances, within all relationships, within my body, within my hobbies, absolutely every aspect of my life it is affected. And it's from being in this place of wholeness, from being in this place of understanding myself and how it got to be where I was and how powerful I am and how in my unity with God, my understanding of who I am, all of that comes down to that one sentence. And, that's where I've came to.
So beautiful. One of our courses is named The Journey to Wholeness and
I
Fulfillment.
didn't think of that when I said, when I heard that this morning.
And so, I mean, just like how powerful, because it all comes back to this one, essential truth, or core principle was just basically to remove all of the fluff and the gunk and the meanings and the stories and the beliefs that we hold that are telling us that we're not whole and we're not complete and that we're not perfect. And so to be able to sit here today and say that I operate from that space of wholeness in any area of my life in which I do, I mean, my gosh, it's life changing. It changes the entire, trajectory of your life. Everything you do, how you raise your kids, how you spouse, I mean, we talk about generational trauma, and maybe you've heard it as like releasing of curses and things like that, but
Right.
radically, redirecting the way in which you be with your family. Like that's as simply as we can say it.
Hmm.
The ripple effect or the butterfly effect that therein happens after when we're that pillar and we're that example.
Huge. It's absolutely huge, because when you're not in that place of wholeness and navigating from that, you're trying to complete everywhere. You're trying to find your worthiness. You're trying to people please, to find your value, to find your love, to find everything sourced out there because you're not already seeing yourself, knowing yourself, or done the work to remember and to take off these layers and these considerations, you know, outside of this place of being whole. So we're always trying to complete ourselves, and nothing fits. None of the puzzle pieces end up fitting because that's not how it's intended to be. And so there's a lot of ups and downs and roller coasters and um, highs and lows and chaos and it's just being able to really, really surrender into the work and bring myself to a place of wholeness. It just there's this peace within all of it that has never been obtainable before.
Absolutely. Because there's always outside of ourselves, right?
Hmm.
It was always something that we didn't have or something that we needed to eradicate or to let go of, which are things in which we do within the work. But it's basically like a peeling away of the onion to get to the core to realize that, you've always been the onion.
Hmm.
Like the layers just allowed us to see, from the very core, the center of, what we've always been, which is just really, really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have such a pristine visualization of just water like running through this like ever flowing essence of just being. And I don't really have a lot of words to articulate
Hmm.
what you've just described. Like it just is. And it's a feeling, it's a vibration, it's a it's an essence, and it's so can be so complex when we make it complex, but in reality, it is like at the core so simple.
Mhm. It is, but we've made it so hard, you
Yeah.
know, made it so hard. And all of us come to this work with an intention. And what we end up getting is so much greater than that one intention. We're like, no, I want this relationship to work, or I want to heal this part. I want to not feel anxiety, or I want to heal this experience that I just cannot get out of my head. I cannot move forward from. And when you really, really allow yourself to be in the work for as long as it takes and to do what it takes and to commit to it fully, and you end up, it opens up everything. It opens up and changes everything because everything is connected. You don't have one experience in one area of your life and it not affect the rest of it. So when you're doing that, and then it's funny because people are like, why am I worried? Why did this come up? It has nothing to do with what I was like actually coming here for today. And it's because we're so multi-layered, so multi-dimensional, and all of it kind of comes into this big whole, this whole piece. And really it just comes back to this remembrance of who we are, and make coming to terms and to peace with so much in our life, and dropping all these layers of shame and guilt and blame and anger and sadness and regret, and being able to just make peace with life and ourselves, to where we can reignite this remembrance and this connection, with our higher spirit and self, and God, and be able to express in this, accept this expression of wholeness, accept the expression of wholeness, and then get to play and get to create from there.
And I think a beautiful question for you guys to ask yourselves, is why are you here? And I don't mean like in this body, in this place, which is also a really great question to unpack. But why, like, why are you watching this video? What are you seeking? What are you desiring more of in your life? And then allowing for that why to continue to evolve and expand, the more that you spend in this, time under tension, or this time within worship, which is, seeking knowledge, seeking connection, and just seeing the evolution of how that does begin to grow and expand into wholeness. Because for me, that's not what my why was. I wasn't looking to be complete. I was looking to escape. I was looking to why life didn't feel like how I was seeing other people live their own lives. What was the missing piece, so it was wholeness always, but I wasn't able to articulate that or witness that or see that within myself. And so just having that inquiry, so you can kind of know, what am I looking for? And then as this journey evolves, as you continue to surrender and to submit to the work and whatever that means for you, and recognizing that it's all the same thing.
Yeah. It is all the same thing, and I would have had like, and that's what I mean when like that's not the goal. It's
Yeah.
because we have no, like, that is like the end enlightenment that none of us are actually coming to this work for. It's like, I just want out of the experience that I have, which is a beautiful invitation. And that is the first goal. It is the first goal, getting out of this current experience. You know,
Yeah.
that's that's where it starts, and we keep moving through it until we do find our way out of that current experience. And what we find is just like mind blowing, you know.
Oh yeah. The bubbling fire that's just been waiting to be fed. You
Yeah.
guys, it's there. You have everything that you need. And if you think that it's not possible for you, if you're looking at all the things that you've done or all the people that you've been, and you're like, there's just no way. I'm not ever going to pray like that. I'm not going to articulate that way, like God's never looked down, upon me. I've never had that experience.
Mm.
We never tell you if you're right or wrong, but you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You, in your essence, have all of that inside of you. And in your own way, God, spirit, universe is going to make waves in your life, is going to move mountains in your picture, in your landscape. All you have to do is open the door. All you have to do today is say, man, I am ready. Yes, friggin' answer it.
Yeah.
Spirit is knocking, and it has for a while. And just thank you for creating the space today in this season in your life to just quiet down and to listen to it. It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Mm.
Amazing. I mean, what else is there, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty complete.
If you have been a client of ours, or if you're a fellow practitioner who respects and knows this work as well, we would love to hear your own transformation story in your words, your own words. Where you were at when you started the work, and then what that looks like now in your life, and how is this, out picturing of wholeness feel? How different is that for you? And so we can shout you out in the community, and we can all rejoice in the beautiful blessings that is this life.
Oh my gosh, let's shout it. There's no reason not to. Just allow others to know what is possible, what is reachable, what is available to them, that they haven't been able to witness. Shout it. Let's play. Let's celebrate. Let's share some wins in our lives with this work, and find some freaking experience some joy and celebration, so that can be contagious, and inspirational
Like, yeah, it can. We love you guys so much.
too. Have a great day.